Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Market Thesis. Here we are going to discuss the major support and resistance levels of the charts, and before that we have to look on the economic calendar, where on 28th of July there is not such a major event, but on 29th of July, Wednesday, there is one major event called the Fed interest rate decision. This will impact the market heavily, so we have to be prepared for that. There is expected of no change into this 3.75 of interest rate, so market can continue to trade in a sideways range. So let's start with the technical analysis on S&P 500. This seems like it is trying to build an consolidation zone and trying to give a fake breakdown. But before that, we have to come on the SPY. We will analyze SPY. SPY is the same ETF of S&P 500, and both these charts will move same. So here is the SPY chart, and if you try to draw a trend line, like this is the major support line here, and if you try to draw a trend line from the higher side, there will be the major resistance line. So I'm expecting it to trade in a sideways range like this range, and it can try to give a fake breakout here, and after that it will try to come down again. So it can continue to trade in a sideways range, but there will be the major breakdown if it tries to cross below 735. If any one day it is trying to close below 735 or this level, this is the major support level 732, then it can continue to go further down from these levels, and we can expect it to come towards 708 level, which is around 4 to 5% of correction. So let's come to the Nasdaq now. Nasdaq is still bearish, and Nasdaq is trying to go a little fast on the downside pace. Let's come to the Nasdaq ETF QQQ. I was expecting it to trade in a sideways range into this box. It had breakdown early below this support area and trying to come down slowly. Here is the next support level, which is 663, and this level can come down into the same week. But if the market can reverse from here by Wednesday, then there will be the very high chance we can expect it to hit the major resistance line, which is at 708 or 710 level. And here is also the resistance line. We are talking about the neutral phase. Here we are at this level. This is kind of a neutral zone. It is trying to show us a breakdown, but this might be a trap, and price can continue to bring back further upside and try to hit the next resistance line in just 1 or 2 days or by the event of the Fed interest rate decision. I'm expecting it to continue to trade in a sideways range, and if there will be any bearish sentiment further, then the price may come down towards 660 or 663 levels. This is the major support area, and after the breakdown of 660 level, then the price may continue to drop towards 640 or 635 level, which with the very major good support area zone. You can see here it was the resistance line, it was acted as a resistance, so there might be the good support level around 635 or 640 level. So the next thing is BTC. BTC is falling very fast, and there is a very high chances that it can continue to go down towards 53-54 level. I have been trying to tell you from the last 2-3 weeks that it is going to touch 50,000 level, 53,000 level, but it is still trading in the same range of consolidation zone. This is the major resistance area for the Bitcoin, which is 67,000, and if it crosses above 67,000, there will be the very high chance it can continue to go further up towards 72,000, 71,000. But I'm still convinced it is going toward downside, and once it will break these levels of 62,000, there will be the very high chances that it can continue to go further down and may hit the level of 55,000 and 53,000 zone. So I'm expecting the Bitcoin to trade in a sideways range, and this will be the major important range of 63,000 to 62,000, which is approx of around 7 to 8% of a trading range. And we can trade in a range like when it comes to support level, we can plan to continue for the higher side on the upward direction, and when it is coming towards the resistance area, we can plan for the short trade. But there might be a day where it can break with a very big volume and might take your stop loss. So be strict with your stop loss. And gold is trying to come down towards the level of 4,000 again, and this is the very important support area for gold. I don't think so it is going to break it now, but if it continues to go down further and breaks the level of 3,950 or 4,000 levels, so it can continue to go further down towards 3,780 or 3,750. This will be the major support area once the gold will break the level of 3,950. So it can continue to go down further 200 more points below the level of 3,950. And I'm still expecting it to trade in a sideways range, and for the upside direction gold must have to cross 4,150 level first, and after that we can expect it to continue towards 4,350. Gold is still trading in a sideways range. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, it is still trading in a sideways range, but it is exactly at a midpoint, so we can ignore at this level, but we must have to prepare for the downside as of now. And if you see the dollar index on the weekly chart, dollar index is trying to go further up. It has already given a breakout, and after the breakout it had already given a pullback, and now it is trying to continue to go further up. The next resistance area is 104, 105. After that the next resistance area is 109. So let's come to the VIX. VIX is trading at a mid-range of 18 level. If it continues from this level of 18 level to 21, 23, then we can expect the QQQ to go further down toward the level 635 or 640. So keep eye on VIX. If VIX is going higher, then there will be the very high chance the market will continue to drop further. And if you look on the crude oil is still bullish, I think, because it has filled this gap. This was the gaps from $75 towards $67, and it has already filled the gap, and it is still bullish. And we have seen that this was the long weekly 3-week of uptrend, and after that it has already given a pullback, and now it is preparing for the long upside again. So I think the crude oil is going to go higher levels, and it has already started moving up from these levels. And if you look on the daily charts, it is trying to make a kind of a hammer candle at the support area. We can expect it to continue to go further up towards $90, so around 9 to 10% of upside from this level. IWM is still trading in a sideways range. We can expect a good breakout once it crosses above this trend line, and it must have to cross above 296 level, then we can expect a very more upside momentum. So the last thing is SpaceX. SpaceX is trying to make a hammer at the bottom, but I don't think so it's the bottom area. So we can expect it to continue to go further down towards 100 level, or I think we can see 2-digit levels like around 99 or 90. Around 90 level will be the good buying zone for the long-term investors. But if you already have this shares till now, so you can hold it for now, but not a fresh long position at these levels.